Yeah, apparently the prologue's rearing to go. So LordDz didn't think we were going to finish these tonight, apparently, Synergy? Is that right?
He mentioned that the prologue comes before the main campaign in case we finish Heart of the Storm today.
Yeah, but he didn't think we were going to finish Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah, like that comment strongly implied that there was a strong possibility we wouldn't finish today.
Okay, well, I apologize to anyone else who wants to play this campaign, because that means it has been made harder for virtually no reason. I'm really sorry.
Alright, I found it.
Cool. Let's do it.
Oh, Ghost in the Fog is gonna suck. I hate that mission.
Oh, it's LordDz. He's here. I thought he wasn't going to be here today.
Oh, he joined a while ago.
Nice. So I was like hyper-focused this whole time. I couldn't read chat for so long.
Yeah, I was the same way. I feel really guilty on Mondays because I never get to, like, interact with chat.
Thanks, Azure Guy. Well, this will be good. I mean, we just came off of some incredibly difficult missions. It'll be nice to have something that's a little more laid back.
I'm still surprised that he didn't have the Odin just attack us at the 1 second mark. I genuinely, as soon as I said it, I thought he was going to change things to... Oh, whoops. I don't want Archon mode. No way.
No, you don't want Archon mode.
But then Synergy could solo it for all of us.
Right.
I like how there's little smiley faces on the difficulty. So evil is just a red smiley face. He looks so happy.
Interesting that shared control is available to just put out an Archon from the menu. Was Heart of the Swarm like that too?
I think so,
yes,
yeah.
it was.
Oh, okay.
And we should have used shared resources so I could use your money to make more Protoss. and win a few minutes earlier.
Synergy has requested 500 gas. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times.
Yeah, I don't want all my money stolen. I want to make my Zerglings. I know it's not much.
You'd have been able to make so many more Zerglings if shared resources were on last time.
That's true with that 5k he had in the bank. That's like 1,000 Zerglings Synergy. Wait, that's not how math works.
All right. Let's see what this is going to be all about. Zeratul Apprentice's return.
As it was foretold.
Our brethren are being held prisoner.
So I don't know about you all, but I actually always found these prologue missions to be quite difficult in the original versions. Like, they're not hard, like actually hard, but I mean like relative to a lot of other campaign missions, I find them to be kind of difficult.
Yeah, because they have like campaign enemies, and then you're just Protoss. You're not like special in any way.
Right? Yeah, you don't have any. Yeah, you don't have any upgrades of any sort. Yeah, we all got our assimilators to start. That's very nice.
Kerrigan will send the swarm to destroy the station's reactor.
So this one's timed.
We are brothers before that happens.
Yeah, it's generally a pretty lenient timer.
We will need to
I
cross
think it's 20-something minutes. I don't remember exactly.
move forward.
So normally you just need a tiny bit of defense there, and then you can do like the first half of this map only with Dark Templar, High Templar. You just make like a High Templar to feedback Ravens, and then Dark Templar can kill everything.
Someone else pick that up. I don't think it's sure.
Let me check. I did not. I got like $33 from that, so
I saw a pop up. Yeah, they were shared on other earlier missions. They're just split, which is nice.
Right. So we're going to need more anti-air for the first attack, especially if it's bigger than usual.
Stay clear of
If I'm correct, the first attack comes at the 4-minute mark, and then the next attack comes at 6 something, and then there's one at 8:30.
Yeah, we could just make some cannons up there.
Slay these hybrid thralls.
Yeah, even one cannon would help.
I'm gonna go Colossus. I feel like they might be useful.
Yeah, I think Immortal Colossus is very good on this map. I'm going to do probably mostly like the High Templar, Dark Templar to maybe get through some sections that otherwise might trip us up, that we can't brute force through.
I guess I could go for Zealots and Stalkers.
We need some type of anti-air.
Okay, Stalkers it is.
Are you comfortable with Blink Micro? Because I could switch with you if you wanted.
I'm okay.
Again, it depends on how much more is on this map than typical, because there's air on this map, but not so much that you need like a ton of Stalkers. You can usually just make like 50 Zealots.
By the way, guys, can I talk about something beautiful? Shared pylon power.
Oh!
Oh,
That's going to be so helpful.
amazing.
Pog.
I know it's just a tiny thing, but I can't tell you how many times I'm going to not have a pylon in position. Then one of you will, and I'll be so happy.
This attack is not much bigger than usual.
No.
I think it's normally
Normally-
Vikings.
The next one has some Banshees in it, but...
Why do we all know this mission so well?
They will surely attack soon.
I always found this one to be a little more challenging than like a typical campaign map, so when I made my series, I spent some time learning it a bit more.
Central reactor.
That's why I know it more, at least. I don't know about you all.
Gotcha.
You gotta drop
I really
in
like
your
the
line.
guys with the void spells. On my way.
Good storm. Also, the AI did not move out of that storm.
Something's wrong.
Well, that says a lot, right? Because storm is usually pretty bad in Void, because the AI is very good at dodging it.
Oh my god. Speaking of that, so achievements, I never got to talk to you about this one because before your stream, but the one to get the kills with the storm on the mission you get High Templar is the
so
worst.
You know what my plan for that was? I was going to spam a bunch of storms on Brutal, and if it worked, it worked. It happened to work just by throwing out what I had. And then if it didn't, I was going to restart on Casual so that they wouldn't, and just like mow through a bunch of stuff with storms, because that is a dumb achievement.
Yes, it is. You know what works actually for that I got it on Brutal was Phoenix. Just lift stuff. You can get, because
nice.
the dual gravitons, they lift a bunch of stuff and then they can't move out of them. But Jesus, that one is awful.
Our power shells.
So apparently there's no resource trading, right? I'm only seeing the Alliance menu.
Yeah, looks like it.
I can't ask you guys for gas.
Reserve forces will move.
No!
Must be cautious. You have not enough minerals.
Oh, we get normal chronos on this one too. Normally it's the old chrono. What a blessing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And see, I'm sitting here like, man, I can't min-max my chrono, and you're just like,
Yeah. No micro.
put it on something.
Find it one more extra boring thing to have to pay attention to.
I guess we'll get Chrono Surge eventually, but I really like banking up chronos and then powering something out really quickly. It makes me feel special.
Mm-hmm. Should we? Should we?
Yeah, we can try.
I think there's an attack at 8:30.
Okay, let's wait for the Banshee
Okay.
attack and then we'll go.
I'm positioning my.
Plus, I'll have a second Colossus.
My charge. Cassar de Templari. Upgrade complete.
Ah, there it is.
No, not even a Banshee.
All right, let's go.
Focus the darkness.
This is one of those where, like, the timer makes you feel sort of pressured, but instead you can just sort of sit and wait.
Yeah, it's
And
often
build a-
better.
Yeah, just build a giant army and then move out after. It makes things so much easier.
I like to compare it to like coiling up a spring. The farther you push it back for longer, the bigger bounce you get. That might not make sense to anybody but me.
These Terrans' minds
So are we
have
getting
been consumed.
attacked, or was that just because we pushed into that one group?
I think that's just a trigger.
reverse. So this sounds crazy difficulty, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we're gonna
this
be
is
taking a bunch
crazy
of
evil.
extra.
It doesn't feel bad.
It seems a bit compared to how the swarm.
Well, we're also not Zerg, so our units won't necessarily evaporate instantly, which is going to be a massive difference.
There's no Raven here.
I feedbacked it, fed back it, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever the past tense of that is.
Well, I appreciate that. That's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
We believed the end was at hand.
What do you know of this?
Oh, I like the naked zealots, different colored blades.
Tortured us
Jay Barino out of context.
upon our flesh. Most did not survive. I have seen foul work of this nature before, but
I see feedbacked and I see fed it back.
you here.
I don't know
Wait,
if I
we're
like
supposed to think that Narud is dead?
Not.
it's Duran backwards.
We wish to
Well, we did see him
to avenge our brothers in arms.
But when did he die?
in the cutscene with Kerrigan in the temple, right? She got stabbed.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Warriors, there is another cell ahead.
But how does Zeratul know that?
Claim the vengeance.
Is he, like, reading Kerrigan's diary?
I don't know. He's just a crazy old person. Who knows?
Focused once more.
Is he reading Kerrigan's diary?
Well, what else could it be?
I don't know, man.
They're not, like, BFFs that share information. Ooh, you're being dropped.
Oh yes, going back. Okay.
I do like it, though.
Dude, being able to warp in,
Today I killed Narud.
being able to warp in something other than like quick zealot or quick zerglings is going to be so much better
Terrans are warping in. Impossible.
for base defense.
Experimenting with pylon technology.
Yeah, definitely.
We should eliminate
We'll also have the Spear of Adun for base defense, which would be good.
Yeah, I am a little hesitant with how the whole
Blades demands it.
how the whole Spear of Adun is going to work. Because again, you like pick an area and it just sort of uses it, and I don't know how that's going to work.
Beasts can manipulate our technology.
I think
think
that's
it's more like
okay.
it
We
helps
just
you
have
aim.
to. Well, helping you aim is probably a code word for you're not being able to cheese stuff.
Right? Yeah,
But
that's a good
more
way
like,
to.
I mean, you don't get the targeting UI, so since you have to do it in real time, it targets nearby enemies so that you don't miss as often. In theory, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We'll see.
'cause it can't freeze like it typically does.
well fought, brothers, but we should avoid the swarm in the future.
All right, let's feed this back.
Got it. Yeah, this is going fine. We're actually now ahead of her. I'm usually almost never ahead of her.
Point.
So, who wants the base? Do we even need it? We might just be able to keep going.
I think I can hit the cap without the extra base.
I feel like it doesn't hurt to
Yeah, I'm
take it.
feeling the same way.
Yeah, but
Begin another assault soon.
So actually, my main is about to run out. I guess yours are too.
For some reason, my main has a lot more money than your guys's, so someone else take
We are
that
a tide
base.
of death that does not.
there are
break.
two here, so I'll
Your
take one
time
and
is
Synergy
running
can take one.
short, Zeratul.
Oh, great.
Kerrigan, you know as well as I that Amon lives. Slaying his
Amon
kind is a
lives.
mean fact. We must
I like the little shortcut you get here.
I like the fact that he knows that Amon lives, but hybrid on Ire is impossible.
Also, how did he learn Amon's name? He just sort of popped in and talked to Kerrigan. He's like, hey, this guy's name's Amon, did you know? No, we didn't, Zeratul.
I mean, does Amon ever refer to himself as Amon?
That's
We are focused.
a good question.
Did crazy old man just invent this name?
I think at some point there's...
Because I'm pretty sure that... Doesn't Narud just say the master?
There's
Like
some enemy where he says like fear Amon or something. Like one of the enemy hybrids says that at some point. I vaguely recall.
Oh, apparently the Tal'Darim call them Aemon, so maybe it's just like Protoss for evil Big Daddy.
Evil Big Daddy.
I don't know.
No, I
don't
was
speak
just saying
Kalani.
aloud. That's all.
Avoid them, brothers.
I'm really liking those Colossi.
Yeah, they're good at A-moving. I'm back in my comfort zone where my units don't die.
Amon's hybrids
They will.
deserve no mercy.
You know they will.
Devour them whole.
Guardian Shell says what?
Yeah, 2/3 through the campaign.
Wait, can we have someone with Guardian Shell and someone with Repair Beam? Can we just have the ultimate robots?
Hey, I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll see. I wonder if maybe I don't know. I almost don't want it spoiled. I'm kind of just curious to see what it's gonna be. I bet it'll be something cool.
Moving in reinforcements now.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
have an idea, but I won't tell you if you don't want to know.
Yeah, I think I'd rather just wait and see what it's gonna be. One thing I was thinking would be neat is like we have a shared solarite pool and we just have to agree on what we all get. But
Oh,
again,
no.
maybe not.
Oh no,
Okay.
that's like...
Synergy's just going to be requesting Solarite left and right.
Well, I guess let's go win.
You have not enough minerals.
Man, this was a breath of fresh air, wasn't it?
Defenses are growing strong.
Yes.
Breath of fresh Terrazine.
With all our might.
The hybrid are free. Strike them down.
Also, the Ravens don't seem like they're seeker missiling. Have you noticed that?
Don't remind him. He's in chat now.
I was like so diligently
Yeah, they just sit
feedbacking
there.
them.
Well, they're scared stiff. They're paralyzed out of fear.
Right, right.
Oh, but the apprentices are back.
Bringing them to Terrans.
Oh yeah, it is. Haha.
Nice. Dude, he has a cool thing on his cloak.
Those heretics have never ventured so close to our worlds.
This can only be the work of Amon. Templar, where were they holding you? Isil Naga Temple.
This next one, I always felt like is just you mass carriers. I don't know. Have you guys ever done it different?
I
Amass zealots to collect,
Sometimes.
and then just carriers.
I should just make like 6 or 8 void rates and backdoor the temple.
Oh.
Well, if the detection there is really bad, I could do the speedrun strat that I developed. It involves pulling everything and using it to tank for one Dark Templar that runs past, because they don't actually have detection next to the temple. Not sure that's going to work here. But I have been routing this mission.
Okay.
I think that on Crazy Brutal, though, they're just going to put a photon cannon next to it.
I'm just looking back at the cinematic that showed us what was in front of the palace on the Reckoning, and I just think that there's never going to be an area without detection covering it on an objective.
That's LordDz, no detection, you say? Okay, so he's figured it out. Yeah, he likes his missile turrets.
Yes.
One thing that's nice about Legacy of the Void is our air units are not as hard countered by missile turrets as the Mutalisk is.
True.
Like, enough missile turrets will kill Void Rays or something, but, you know, Phoenixes kind of are naturally spaced out and it's okay. Muta's just,
Mm-hmm. Hierarch Dawadiru is made of pure solarite.
Oh, I was thinking something about Dawadiru that's actually very important. So, I think I understand what his plan is, right? He vomits everywhere, which means that his insides are becoming outsides. But he doesn't get any smaller when he vomits, right? Which
True.
means that he's making everything what was previously his insides, and eventually enough of the universe is going to be his insides, which means that the universe itself is Dawadaru, right?
That must be it. And you never see him eat. So he's like an ever-consuming void.
Exactly. He probably like gets his sustenance from another dimension that he has already conquered, and thus he is going to conquer this dimension as well and turn it into himself, at which point he continues the infinite cycle.
Maybe the truth is the Dawadiru that we see on the screen is the outside, and we're all already inside.
Wow.
And he's the gateway to the outside world. That's
The planet is in a state of constant.
it's like some eldritch truth right there.
I'm pretty sure we figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, Synergy's off on his own again.
What a surprise.
We've got a little connection. So player one this time is blue.
Yeah, and I'm orange.
Oh,
I'm still
no.
green.
Counter will keep you aware of
The pickups give us 33 gas apiece.
prepare to move
So we all just
Oh.
split it.
fissure will erupt shortly.
And we can trade.
I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe more will erupt. Is all we
We
can
gotta
hope
go
for.
for the gas vents, right?
Yes.
Those are our only shot.
Yeah, but again, like, so normally only one person is contending for that, whereas here it's just going to be split in thirds, which is rough.
I think we're gonna have to zealot our way to victory.
Yeah. I usually just make a ton of zealots on this map, because I always have way too many minerals.
It is neat that you start with a photon cannon here.
The perfect spot.
You normally don't get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely your photon cannon. Let's hope where Prism comes in, I guess.
Okay, flash forward
Because it
10
is-
minutes. There are going to be at least 6 Void Rays hitting this edge right here. I'm calling it.
And that one cannon is going to take him down.
Oh, yeah.
In these locations, we will need to move quickly to collect the Vespine.
Oh, those fissures are ways away.
Yeah. Maybe there won't be that much in between us and them.
I mean, yeah, last mission was not bad.
Gas pressure. Am I right?
Such humor.
Very highbrow.
This is the type of mature content that we're looking for on this stream. Alright, let's go get our gas. Oh, Synergy's like cleared half the map already?
There wasn't anything to clear, but yeah, let's say I cleared it all.
I see. There's an
Nice job,
expansion right here.
70K.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, this is handy.
Oh, I think this is the normal main base.
Yeah, you know what? It looks like it. Okay, let's keep going up.
I'm at 99 gas.
Well, yeah, I got a little gas for that.
Attack wave coming your way.
Wait, how do you have 2 Void Rays?
I started with them.
Wow, the bias. Synergy, did you start with Voids?
We just one.
Just one.
It was Dawadiru's favor. It was a passive that carried forward into the next campaign. One Void Ray. Oh man, the very limited amount.
Oh, look, it's doing things. It's gonna win.
Oh no!
A strong side
Oh man.
Okay, I'm going next up.
Thank you.
we should take a closer look.
I'll just make more along that edge.
Nice. Scout.
All right, so I have a strat for this rock. I can show you. It's speedrun strats.
Okay.
There should be 2 sentries here. Oh no, there's scouts. Ah. Okay, I don't have a strat for this.
I guess we'll just have to go around.
Locations have been marked.
Is anyone going to take this expansion? Otherwise, I'm about to.
I was gonna
Yeah,
do
you
it.
take it.
Yeah, go for it. That's fine.
Oh, zealots. I was planning on going for a large number of upgraded zealots while you guys got tech stuff, and then I could feed someone gas. So
Oh,
I
okay.
figure having the minerals would be good.
Yeah, that sounds fine. I was actually kind of doing the same thing, but I think the faster we get these
All right,
vents, the
let's
better.
energy get upgrades.
Yeah, right.
Why don't we just feed him infinite gas?
Yes. But we can trade, right? I mean, there's no trade.
Oh yeah, we can't trade.
Button,
Oh,
which is, you know.
let's not do that.
We did rely pretty heavily on trading previously, now that I think about it.
Yeah, the good
I'm
days.
trying to clear this base. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, there was my army. Oh, my boat rate.
Oh, you got scouted.
Yeah, I lost everything.
It's okay, we're about to open up a second base. And
Yeah,
we got
and
one
this-
of the gas geysers.
This is the only way to get over to that gas, so that's why I decided to come and take this. So do you generally think that Legacy of the Void is easier than the other two, or harder, or like how would you rank the campaigns in terms of like original difficulty?
I think that it depends on your skill level. So I think the hardest enemies are definitely in Heart of the Swarm, but I think that Wings of Liberty, if you are a newer player, is harder than the other ones because there's a lot of bad units.
True. Yeah, I agree with that.
Legacy of the Void, I think, it's got some trap units as well, but eventually you just figure out Solar Lance, and then it's pretty fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel that Legacy of the Void, when I played it the very first time, I found to be quite difficult. But ever since, like, now I find it, like, I think you benefit the most from map knowledge on Legacy of the Void, in my opinion.
I will say that of all the campaigns, if you're trying to get all the achievements in one run, Legacy is by far the hardest.
Okay.
It took me, despite the fact that there's way less missions, it took me, I think, 8.5 hours to get all the achievements on this one, and Wings took me 8.5 hours, including Lost Vikings.
Wow.
Stuff like Steps of the Right of Rakshir, that mastery is just so dumb.
Yeah, because you can so quickly lose it.
Well, also, picture playing that mission while really tired, and it gives you if you've been knocked back or not, right?
Yep.
It's just like, there's no indicator of whether you failed or not. And then you have people in your chat like being like, you got knocked back, and you're not sure if they're right or not, and you have to full it's horrible. I hate
Yep.
that achievement.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, someone needs some help with these scouts. Thank you. I got scouted again.
Has been discovered. Seismic readings indicate.
Do those just fly in from the left?
Yeah, they chased me all the way from their base. I think it was an attack with.
Okay. See, I was gonna tech, but like at this point, I've got so many minerals. I'm just gonna dump zealots.
How's everyone's supply looking?
50.
46.
That's not bad.
Not great, not terrible. Oh, attack wave coming from the top. I'm just gonna back away from it. If you can.
All right, I'm gonna grab this gas and come meet up with you.
Okay. I got it.
We are one with the shadow. We embrace the glory of battle.
I've quite liked this one and the one before. Like, they're still, you know, difficult, but, you know, it's early on in the campaign, so it doesn't feel crazy.
That's one angry zealot.
He's so mad! Honestly, this one doesn't feel like particularly changed except some of the map layout with where our bases are. But if anything, the challenge is the fact that it's like the same amount of Vespene spawns, but we have to split it.
I actually think this is way easier than playing it normally.
The only reason I wouldn't say it is again, because the Vespene availability is way lower for all of us combined.
That's true.
But otherwise, yeah, I think it probably is because we can all split our focus.
I think we started with a lot more stuff, which is really nice.
No carriers on this one. Normally there are carriers. Not this time.
Then he shall be disappointed.
Carriers kind of suck, though. I know I really like carriers. They're like my favorite unit, but they suck.
I think they just make this map easy. But yep, they're not great. But you can A-move this map with them in particular.
That's true.
I mean, I like it when you can use them to heal other stuff. I think that's pretty baller.
Fissures are appearing here.
I wish they weren't so difficult to fit into your composition, because it feels like having 2 carriers in Legacy of the Void would be really good. That might be something we could actually do here, just for that passive little bit of healing.
Yeah. That's what I typically do, something like that. So yeah, I'm sure we could make like a more balanced force work pretty well on this one. By the way, this is open if you wanted synergy up at the top.
I always have such a hard time because whenever I make a carrier, I'm like, well, they're really bad unless you have the upgrade. So I might as well get +3 for the carriers, but you can't justify getting +3 carriers and then making 2 of them.
Yeah.
And then I just end up with mass carriers, like I always do.
It's hard to get all upgrades on these maps and Legacy of the Void for sure. It takes a long time to get there, so you just sort of prioritize one.
Oh, hello. I thought we were playing a 2-player mission and I was playing single player.
Yeah, it worked.
It worked.
People are saying Wings of Liberty was the hardest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I held
Like
a
you said, it
poll,
depends on your
75%
skill
of
level.
people.
Excellent.
Like, I see Wings of Liberty is very easy right now, but it's also, again, easy to forget what it was like the first time you played it. And maybe I am.
Yeah, think of Wings of Liberty, but you think the Goliath is really cool, so you make a lot of them.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Fire Bat's really cool, so you make a lot of them. There's
The
a whole
first
lot
was
of
really
units.
cool and you make lots of those.
Yeah, I think for me, it was similar for... That's what happened to me with Legacy of the Void. Like, stuff that seemed good, but actually isn't. But it depends. Like, again, on, like, my walkthrough series that I made, I purposefully used every single composition possible, and you kind of realize, like, as long as you know what each map offers, you're gonna be able to just smash it. It's all about map knowledge.
Yeah. And that might be one of the reasons that Wings is harder, is they give you many more maps to know.
True.
So when you're going in the first time for a million different maps, that's a lot of variables.
Yeah, I think the Wings maps are also a little more robust as well. They're not as consistent, I think, as some of the Legacy. I don't know. You're the one that speedruns them, so I guess you would know that the best out of all of us.
I think that eventually they got into a streamlined method of making maps, and you can definitely feel a little bit of, not Brood War vibes with their map design, but I understand what you mean.
I mean, I appreciate maps that are, you know, kind of hard to go in with no knowledge, but when you do have it, you can kind of master them. I kind of cherish that kind of experience in a lot of gaming in general. So I like
agree.
Legacy of the Void for that reason. But, yeah, I don't know if I would say the other 2 campaigns are the same. I think Covert Ops was as well.
The way forward is clear at last.
Got him.
Yes, but the Tal'Darim are not known to take defeat lightly. They will come to rescue.
Well, that was maybe the easiest map we've ever done.
Yeah, that one was quite simple. I mean, no, wait. It was very difficult.
Yeah, I think LordDz should make it even easier for new players.